of Dragons fans, it's me, Anna.
Renee.
I'm Mark.
And today we are watching House of the Dragons Season 2, Episode 3. We don't have the name yet. We're actually on time. It's actually a Sunday.
Yeah.
We're watching the episode. So congratulations to us.
We get to watch it live.
You get to watch it live. I don't have to avoid TikTok tomorrow. So yeah, the last episode, things happened. And if I flip to the page where I wrote notes on in this notebook.
It was Rhaenyra the Cruel.
Yeah, Rhaenyra the Cruel was the name of the last episode.
Yeah.
Which I could see.
Otto tried to play that line.
Yeah.
Passing some fake news.
Otto gets fired.
He does at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
Which I was actually impressed how he was going off on the king.
Yeah.
But then it didn't work out.
Is this the notebook I used for episode 1 and 2?
That was actually the most I've liked Otto in this entire series.
I mean, yeah. It was a pretty good plan. And it wasn't entirely incorrect. Because, you know, one of hers did do that. But yeah. We mentioned things that we were going to talk about in the pre-discussion.
Yeah.
Well,
the fight.
The fight.
Eric
the
and
fight
Ark.
at the end.
oh yeah. I was like,
Did we decide if it was Ark won or did Eric win?
I think
No
Eric
matter
was
what,
next.
I think either one of them, did we decide?
I think Eric did, because he did, at the end, call her, Your Grace.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like
I think so
Auric
too.
would have been more like My Lady, because
Possibly.
he wouldn't have seen her as the queen.
Unless he was realizing the evil scheme going on and all that. Like, these people drove me to kill my brother, holy crap, maybe I should have been... I can see the both arguments, but I believe you on that.
I think it's
Eric
Eric
won. And he was like, I can't believe I killed my brother. I gotta be just done.
yeah.
Although, no, Your Grace is for dukes and duchesses. Because it's Your Majesty for kings and queens, Your Highness for princes and princesses, and Your Grace for, like, dukes
like
and
the high
duchesses.
nobles.
For other high nobles. And then it's like lord or lady, it's like, I think, a count or lower.
Whoa.
What else do we want to talk about?
Let me flip back to the thing. One of them I have right here. I have to find it again.
Poor Helena in the last episode.
Yeah.
Just general
Poor Helena.
blanket, no. Poor Helena. She deserves better.
Yeah. I have
Okay.
the note about the rat people.
Oh, the rat catchers.
the rat catchers,
Yeah,
or
got
that, you know.
Because they were ordered to kill Rhaenyra, and then they all got killed.
Yep,
And there was one guilty one.
one guilty.
Dude was a dog.
The dog mourned for some reason. Like, I know dogs are supposed to be, like, loyal man's best friend, but, like, he kicked
He got
him.
punted.
He literally got punted.
Rude.
So you want to refresh the screen, see if it was good?
Okay, come on.
And see if we can come up with another thing to talk about if it's not refreshed yet.
Episode
Nope,
3!
Episode 3, nope.
Which is,
78 minutes.
Oh.
2 less minutes.
it's just named Episode 3.
Oh,
Is
they
that-
don't have a name yet? Oh, no.
It's just named Episode 3. We couldn't find the name on Google, on anything. It's just Episode 3. Like, we have a son for a son.
Right. Well, it still
Rhaenyra the
has,
Cruel.
even the
Episode 3.
I know, but the talk on that is just set 200 years before the events of Game of Thrones. It's just the
Yeah.
general House of the Dragon statement.
That's kind of weird.
Well, maybe by the end of the episode we'll know
We'll
the name
have
of
a
the
title.
episode.
Maybe, potentially.
Do they have a title in this title sequence?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think they do.
We'll find out at the end what the title of this episode is. Oh, I'm not going to have a roll credits moment.
You
Aww.
gotta predict what the
I gotta
roll
figure
credits.
out, I gotta, like, listen. I'm like, which line is the title? Because so far we've had a son for a son, and we've had Rhaenyra the Cruel. I'm gonna have to keep an eye out. I'm gonna have like an entire theory thing going on in my like notebook. Like, is this the title? All right, I suppose we just start.
Yep,
Yeah.
we just started.
Alright.
It's available.
Eric, have someone take her down.
Oh yeah, I was wondering what she did.
A moment.
Well, he does come back fairly quick. He's not far behind him.
That's true.
So she had to
Warn
said
him.
something,
He
I think.
He must have. Yeah, she must have warned
Because he
Eric.
was only a couple seconds after he got to
Yeah.
there.
Put the boundary stones back. We didn't move them. How did they move themselves then? Babe killer. What did you say? Your false Queen Rhaenyra is a kinslayer.
Oh, okay, I get it.
You wouldn't dare.
He wouldn't know.
No battle.
Yeah.
Otto Hightower would never have allowed this. Hotter blood has prevailed, I think. Soon they will not even remember what it was that began the war in the first place. That is easy enough. They usurped my throne. That's just one answer. Or was it when the child was beheaded? Or when Aemond killed Luke? Or when Luke took Aemon's eye? There may be another way, Alicent Hightower. There is no war so hateful to the gods as a war between kin, and no war so bloody as a war between dragons. She permitted it, as you permitted the murder of a little boy in his bed.
Master plan didn't work out so well. Did it?
Well, Lord Hand.
That's right.
So who's the next?
Yeah, who's the next like commander of the White Cloaks?
Yeah. Because he's out.
Yeah.
Eric's
He's been
out.
promoted. Yeah, Arik.
Arik is out, yes.
Yeah, Arik is gone.
How about that dude?
Yeah.
Sir Arik was awarded the great duty of ending Rhaenyra's challenge. He failed to discharge it.
He failed because the scheme's rash,
Perhaps, Your Grace, but we cannot all hide in our castles waiting for war to come to us.
as now it surely will.
Call it what you will. I call it war.
And master
We
plans.
send a raven to Lord Tully. Do you have any better suggestions, Lord Jasper?
Your Lord Uncle Ormond marches from Old Town at the head of a great host, Your Grace. My Lord Brother Jason is raising a great army at Castle Rock. In a matter of weeks, he will be able to harass the Blackwoods from the west.
Should we not aim to unite these armies and then strike as one?
Ah, the great military mind of the Citadel.
This council must rediscover the discipline it lately had is to be of any use.
The Riverlands is the key to the war. Vhagar will remain here to defend the city.
To war, then.
I am liking Aemon more and more.
He got guts. He's not.
He's not dumb either.
Yeah,
No.
he's not a complete idiot. It's not like he's
I mean,
a Joffrey.
Yeah.
I'm not rooting against him like I root against Joffrey. He has his good points. Joffrey was pure
I was
evil.
told you turned back from your ship to bring warning.
Yep, see, I was right.
At first,
You saved my life. What price would you set?
A place at your court. You showed me grace when you could have without it. That is worth more than gold to you now.
Brings up
And
good
what is my
points.
worth?
They will be ruled either by you or by the usurper. And only one of you has shown yourself to be merciful.
Sea Smoke, my late Lord husband's dragon. He's grown restless of late. We cannot know why.
Maybe he's lonely.
Is Harrenhal just abandoned?
Yeah.
That's not ominous.
I feel like it's gonna be a trap.
Or that. There is everybody.
I'm claiming Harrenhal.
Apparently so. I swear this by the old gods and the new.
He who sits at the false court of Aegon.
Larys Clubfoot is no lord of mine. So no, you will find no loyalty to Larys Strong here, my prince.
Your Grace.
Houses Bracken and Blackwood have long detested one another.
Why?
The answer to that is lost in time. Sin begets sin. Begets sin. The throne.
It's a big chair. Made of swords.
Did he get a haircut?
Yeah. He's short again.
And request that she grant her favour. that our Lord Commander may go into battle with her blessings in his heart.
No men, no horses, no ships, no dragons.
Good. Then we must seize the hour and act before our enemy does. They have penetrated our castle walls, and now the riverlands are aflame after the Battle of the Burning Mill. Then we must press what advantage we do have.
And what is that?
Dragons.
No. If dragons begin fighting dragons, we invite our own destruction. This council would do well to remember that their queen wears the crown of my grandsire, the wisest of Targaryen kings whose reign outlasted every other, even Aegon the Conqueror's. It is for you to remind Lady Jane of her pledge and persuade her of the urgency of our need. You will bear our hope for the future.
Sadness is a condition of motherhood. There's not to be gained from it. Surely they lose their babes more than highborn ladies. The stranger comes from us all, Queen and Commoner. I said that I forgive you.
Another is that his grace was outwitted, so the Queen Alicent may reign in his absence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very.
Who spreads these lies?
You do.
Much little. Lord Lars, my father always said he had no use for a master of whisperers. I find myself wanting for him.
Pretty sure he was aiming for hand, but
Still on the court.
still on the court.
Shall we escort you to the Dragon Pit? Look, Grace, Sir Martin has a new squire who wants bedding in. He's never fucked a woman.
It's a very bad mirror.
He's my nephew.
All hail the king!
What a turnover.
Yeah.
Drinks for all! Aim the fears!
Such is the madam's prowess that even now my brother will not sample another.
Your squire is welcome to her. One oar is as good as another.
We saw his penis.
Yeah. Complete birthday suit.
Wait, our company has come back yonder.
On the cold, hard ground. I assure you, my nephew will not begrudge me a night of comfort.
Power struggle?
Yeah. Oh, very
This
clearly.
is your brow, Cole. We will rendezvous with your army at first light.
We're exposed.
What? Cole?
Get to the tree!
What were they saying?
Dragon.
Did she breathe up there? Girlie.
They don't have any anti-dragon weapons.
No, they do not. He's so calm. I think you might want to go back to camp.
They know we're abroad, they'll be hunting.
And no fucking inns.
It was not such a great height, Your Grace. You said not to engage, so I didn't. Exactly.
Loose the dragon's root coal out and burn him.
I have heard your arguments and will consider them.
Not the best place there, Damon.
Yeah.
Yeah. They stopped dripping.
Oh yeah, it's supposed to be like what, haunted?
Yeah, something like that. Kind of seemed ghosty.
Damon in the haunted castle.
And I have to clean up afterwards.
Ah, fun. Consequences. Actions. Guilt. He's at the weirwood tree. The old gods and the new.
You will die in this place.
Is that the girl from earlier?
No, I don't think so.
What do you know of the movements of Alicent Hightower? I would speak with her, myself.
Killing her would be easier.
She would suspect some subterfuge, as would I if I received such a message.
There is one place Alicent goes. Outside the castle walls. Where you may yet find her alone.
No.
Holding that just in case.
Cry out. Oh, I've begun badly.
Understatement.
Yeah.
Great niece has counselled me. She said she saw in you a wish to
to avert the worst of what may now come. But if you and I may come to terms...
There are no terms now.
Have you asked him so low that you will countenance the suffering and death of thousands in order that your helpless son...
Your father changed his mind.
Mere hours before I left him, he had affirmed my right to the throne. I have been at times unkind, but never untrue. I pronounced before all gathered in that room that you would make a fine queen. What did he say at the end?
He said he was the prince that was promised to unite the realm.
So she gotta figure
How does
it
that
out.
Peter's use you as it said?
My father used those words. He spoke to you of the song of Ice and Fire. It's a story he once told. About Aegon the Conqueror.
Yes.
Conqueror. You must go before you are discovered. There's been a mistake. There's been no mistake. Please. And even victory may be so bloody as to be counted a loss. Do not let your pride blind.
There's been no mistake.
It's too late, Rhaenyra. Listen.
Why do
Okay, so it's longer because they do like post. They talk about the episode at
I
the
was
end
like,
of
there's.
these.
Why is there 10 minutes of credits?
Right.
That is insane. Yeah, anyways, that was the episode.
Wow.
That felt short.
It was only an hour and 6 minutes long.
Yeah.
Take out 2 minutes for the opening credits and.
So, it's an hour and
About an hour.
4 minutes long.
Alright. So,
Going on your next.
yeah, since, you know,
Opened up with war.
it still says episode 3. What is the name of this episode?
House of the Dragon.
Here are my... That's the name of the show.
Yeah.
Here are my theories. After watching it, I have sin begets sin begets sin.
Yeah.
I thought that was a really cool line. Queen and commoner, and then the prince that was promised.
And my thought was maybe it was Blackwood versus Braxton because that's what triggers the entire episode.
That's also a really good
Starts
idea.
the war.
It kind of starts, yeah.
Like the Battle of the Bastards back in Game of Thrones
Yeah.
days.
Although it isn't really in episode 9. It's episode 3.
Right.
No.
We don't even get an episode 9.
We don't
It's
get
just
episode 9.
eight.
There's 8 episodes. This is
God.
Percy Jackson all over again. I went into Percy Jackson and I was like, surely it'll have a 10-episode format like every other like short, hour-long series. No, we have
By
8
the way, I
minute,
just
half an
found
hour
that out
episodes.
today.
Yeah.
Yeah, we discovered that today. We went in fully expecting 10 episodes.
Oh man.
You only get 2 months of this.
Oh.
Anyways, so Blackwood versus Bracken, opening scene, battle.
Yep.
I thought it was just the teenage fight here, but it was so much more than that.
It escalated so much. If I hit back, maybe it'll load. Give me the title of episode 3. The Burning
The
Mill.
Burning Mill.
What? Where does a mill come into play?
Judges resurfaced. Rhaenyra suggested Allison may see.
The Battle of Burning Mill.
Oh, that's what
The Battle of
Braxton,
Yeah, you were right.
Oh, yeah!
Sure.
I like the Sin one, though. That would have been a cool name.
That would have been cool.
The Burning Mill, yeah. The Battle of Burning
The
Mill.
Battle of Burning... Yeah, because
Right.
they mentioned that like once. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
nah.
Right on.
Renee,
Well, we got the name.
We got the name. I was
Yeah.
wrong. Renee was right. But I mean, honestly, fair enough. I was like, the Burning Mill. What is that? Took me a second. Yeah. So, war. What else happened in this
A lot of
episode?
council meetings.
Yeah, I have. There was
like 4 of them, I think.
1, 2, 3 council meetings.
3.
And wasn't
There was 1 at King's Landing and 2 at Dragonstone.
Wasn't the first one where the queen, who never was, opened the eyes of
Rhaenyra?
Rhaenyra?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
was
with
the
all of that
next
like,
scene.
Oh yeah, right
But
after
it wasn't a small council. Because
No.
it was, the King's Landing small council meeting was like the first one. But that was immediately after Rhaenyra and Rhaenys.
Yeah, okay. Because she was like, look at all of the things that has happened. And she's like, no, it was just meant to be. It's like,
Nobody's gonna know the beginning of this war.
Right. It
Was
could
it
be
this?
this, could be this, could be this. It's just what's gonna get passed down
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
based on who wins the war.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what World War One, we all like usually say is the assassination of Duke Ferdinand.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm not very good at World War history. My world history is like,
Older still.
yeah, it tends to be at least 1,000 years old. That's anything over 1,000 years old. I'm pretty solid on. Anything in the last 100 years. I did take a world history class in college.
The next thing I have is the hand is very nervous.
Yeah, I have the Lord Hand, Sir Kristen Cole.
He's
And
very
then the council
nervous.
meeting. Yeah.
Oh, we were introduced to a new character.
Oh, yeah, the brother.
Mm-hmm.
What was
Yeah.
his name again?
Gwen, I think.
Gwaine?
Gwaine.
I think it was Gwaine.
Okay, Gwaine.
Because I saw it and I was like, that is like such
Another
like
one of them weird names.
King Arthur vibes. I saw his name, I was like, that's King Arthur vibes.
And then after the hand, now we're at war with Rhaegar. It looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After that, I have Rhaenyra and Mysaria.
Oh, okay, that's what it says.
Oh yeah.
And then after that, Rhaenyra sends Rhaena to Pentos.
Uh-huh.
Which, I mean, honestly, fair idea.
Right. Keep them safe.
Keep them safe.
Keep the little dragons safe.
And then
Mhm. And the eggs.
And it,
I also have Mysaria and Rhaena, I think, combo about the freedom and the positions in the High Court.
Yeah. So I think Mysaria is going to be Rhaenyra's, like,
Missandei.
Not
Daenerys.
No.
Whisper.
Lord of Whispers, yeah.
I see that.
I mean, she already has, like, a web, kind of like Viserys.
Yeah.
She's going to be the Viserys, but not as much of an asshole.
A whale.
What's his name? Got Harrenhal.
Yeah.
Pretty easily.
What's his name? You mean Daemon, your favorite character? What's his name?
And he was visited by ghosts.
Yeah. Yeah, Daemon and
So
Harrenhal. Well, he was
no, it was episode 5 of season 2. The Ghost at Harrenhal.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was later in the episode. The first one, he just kind of gets there and he's like,
Yeah, he's
this
running
is
around
mine
with the
now.
store. He's like, I'm taking Harrenhal. And they're like,
Okay.
okay. We like Rhaenyra's anyway.
Might as well.
Okay, so I have Talk at Harrenhal, roasted the Harrenhal Lord. Sin begets sin begets sin.
Yep.
See, that's a cool line. That should have been the title. After that was...
I don't like Alice's brother.
Yeah, that was Cole. I wrote down Cole and Allison, so that was the introduction to Gwaine.
Yeah, but he was kind of funny because you don't like.
Back down.
Cole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because next, what?
See,
But when they got chased by a dragon, he was shitting in the britches.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I compared him to, like, what, Sam's brother?
Yeah.
He gave Sam's brothers, like, energy.
Yeah.
But, like, with a slight mix of, oh, I had a character in my mind.
Bob the Builder.
No, not Bob the Builder.
Well, it came to my mind first. What?
I literally, like, had a character in my mind. I was like, that mixed with this. It'll come to me later.
Okay. The next thing I have is Christian Cole declaring love to Alicent, and then rise off to battle.
Yeah.
I love you. Bye.
Yeah, so after that was the Dragonstone Small Council meeting. And things happened there.
Yeah, and the queen put her foot down. That's what I have.
About the dragons, because she doesn't want the
She
dragons
does
to
not want to
participate.
use
Which is
dragons.
fair.
Yeah.
Because, we saw what happens when there's dragons in war. When it's one-sided. And when it's two-sided. One was, Ice Dragon.
Well, look at Harrenhal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dragonfire was used there.
Against, yeah. I really need to rewatch the History and Loris. I need to do that.
And then I have Rhaenyra, Love, and Warm.
Huh?
Oh. No, I don't know. I'm saying.
Yeah, after the
What about the scene
I have
when, like,
worm. I think that's worm, not warm.
What's his name
Oh.
was making fun of his brother, Aemon. When
About-
Aegon
That was like later.
was that?
Yeah,
Was it
after the first small council meeting at Dragonstone, I have Corlys and Rhaenys talking about the Heir of Driftmark.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, I have Rhaena leaving with the kids, and then Alicent and Helena are talking about mourning. And that's where the Queen and the Commoner line came from?
Oh, the Queen and the Commoner line. Yeah, that was in that scene.
Yeah.
I think where I was at was where Rhaenyra warns the sea snake.
Rhaenys?
Yeah. He warns the sea snake, and she was like worried about him going off to war again.
Yeah, Rhaenys.
Yeah. And he's like, I've done this so many times. It's fine. That's where I'm at here in my notes.
That's where we are.
Okay.
That's where we got confused. You said Rhaenyra instead of Rhaenys.
I don't know how to do the spelling difference.
I just don't have... I just add more E's to Rhaenys.
Oh, I don't know. Because the next one I have is Rhaenyra sends her 3...
her kids. To Pentos.
Away.
Yeah. Over to Pentos and away for safety. The meat.
After that was Alicent and Helena's talk about mourning.
Right.
Yeah.
Helena's like...
It's worse for the common folk because
Yeah.
way more often they lose their babies
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
than highborn.
It was like, yeah, that happens, but you still lost a child. Please grieve these emotions properly. I am begging you. Like, yeah, they do have it worse, but that does not negate your own feelings.
True.
After that was Aegon and the Larrys.
Have a moment.
Oh, that's what he announces on the Whisper.
Yeah,
dude.
the Secret
Lord of-
Keeper. Lord of Whispers?
Lord of Whispers, yes.
What you doing, Salem?
He's wondering what you're doing.
He wants to eat my pencil.
The next note I can thoroughly read, it says, Aemon, drunk, and insulting Daemon.
Oh, yeah, that was the scene I was talking about.
Yeah, that's afterwards.
Yeah.
That's like the scene after. Yeah, son of Balon the Brave. I'm trying to...
Oh, yeah, the dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that one guy is just like, oh, I messed up. And everyone's going to be teasing him in the morning.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I have Aegon in Tavern, and then add Aemond.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
The next one I have Damien guilt trip memory.
Yeah, that's... Yeah, that was my Daemon at the Weir Witchery.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
after...
that was when the ghost came around.
After the Aegon and the Tavern with Aemond, I have Rhaenyra and the letter, because she reads the letter. And I'd love to know what the letter said.
Yeah,
but we only saw, like, the first, like,
But you
little
know it was
bit.
good because, you know, Allison did talk to her and everything, so.
Yeah. And then I have Cole plus team meets Bela.
Yep, that was cool.
Yeah.
That was a cool scene. I saw that happening. It was just like, I saw him look up and I was like, somebody's there. That was a good, like, kind of...
I think that was like the peak stress of the episode, though, because there was so much dialogue in this episode.
Yeah. That was like a good
There was
break
good
of the
scenes that we were
dialogue.
like, but well, we're not going to lose Cole and the new guy,
Mhm.
but could we lose it?
Yeah.
But they didn't have anything to kill a dragon, so
Yeah. It was
they
a
made it
good
to the
break
trees.
from the politics.
Right, because this episode was loaded
was-
with politics.
This entire show is loaded with politics.
But this episode, heavily.
But, yeah, after that is the second small council meeting at Dragonstone, where they talk about things.
You didn't write that.
What things?
Things. they want to go. That's right. They want to like the one guy wants to go back to his keep and like kind of
Like build it
yeah,
up.
because Bela comes back and she tells everyone about like seeing Cole.
Right.
And then she was just like, "No, I saw him." And it was like, "You were not to engage." I didn't quite engage.
But I did get a little close.
I did get a little close.
You know, it was like fly high.
Yeah. So everyone was like that, and then we got to see Damon. Have Damon in the haunted castle, and then Damon at the Weirwood tree. And that was a really good scene. Was that, like, young Rhaenyra? In that scene? That was young Rhaenyra. I, like, saw that.
Yeah, he was, like, freaking out.
Yeah.
He was having one of the mental breakdowns.
Yeah. And then he, like, just kind of dropped his sword, and then suddenly he was in front of the Weirwood tree.
Right.
Which was actually awesome. I saw that, I was like, oh my god, the old gods, they have spoken. They were here long before the Seven.
Yeah. And then I have Rhaenyra talking to the White Worm.
Yeah,
To talk to
Mysaria.
Alicent.
Yeah, I have Rhaenyra and Mysaria, Rhaenyra in King's Landing, and then
She got to King's Landing really quick. I didn't think I was
did.
going to turn around that quick.
Yeah, I was
like,
like,
hey, you
thinking
could go this route, and then like next scene was like she was there.
She was there. Honestly, good plan though. Now she just
Got a
has
combo,
to
but-
get out of King's Landing.
At least now she knows why Alicent thought what she thought.
Yeah,
exactly.
But Alicent ain't
Because I was like,
listening.
why is she... Because I was like, she's so sure. Why is that? And I was like, oh, fuck.
Oof.
9:30.
Yep.
It's
Curfew.
10:30.
Oh yeah, 10:30.
I haven't changed the clock.
Daylight savings time was like 2 months ago.
It's also like 3 minutes ahead.
Oh.
So it's like 57 minutes behind.
The next thing I have is Alicent and Rhaenyra, wits battle of.
Not really a battle of wits. It was more like a.
It was a good conversation.
It was a really good conversation. We discovered so much. Because, like, before this, it was just like, what did the king say in his last moments?
Because it got cut out.
Because it was like a he said, she said sort of scenario, except for it's just she said
Yeah,
because
because
it
all
was
I
just
think-
Alicent.
Yeah.
All I think that episode ever gave us was like Aegon.
Yeah,
something.
just what
Was the
she
prince
repeat-
that was promised.
Yeah.
Just what she repeated.
Which, I mean, does happen. But, like, you know, in 100 years, spoiler for Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Right.
Spoiler
No,
for
more
Game
than
of
100
Thrones.
years, probably
More
about
than
100.
I think it's 150.
About 150 from this time with all the time skips we
Yeah,
had
I think
last
it's
season.
150 to a current Game of Thrones story time. But yeah, I mean, Aegon was the prince that was promised. Because that's what Lyanna names John.
Mhm. Crazy, huh?
And then
Crazy, huh?
Aegon the Conqueror. Prince was promised the Conqueror.
Yeah, that was the episode.
That was the episode.
Yeah.
Are you editing tonight?
I don't work tomorrow morning, so I could.
So we. But we were a lot quieter on this
We
one than we were last
were.
week. Last week was such a hard
We
editing job.
were.
Yeah.
I'll get the
sorry.
black box set up for you though.
Okay.
Well, there was a lot of politics. It was hard to follow which politics we really need to keep track of.
Yeah, I was like trying to listen. I was just like,
Yeah, trying to listen and write down at the same time is very
That's where I
difficult.
don't like writing down.
Well, if I don't write it down, I won't remember
Right.
it.
yeah. How else would we do our post discussions if we don't write down the scenes?
Exactly.
But like, if we look at the list of scenes, there wasn't a ton of scenes. Like I didn't.
Yeah, there
fill
was
up
some
my
drug
page.
out like scenes and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because I
And
took
like some things were like two scenes that I just kind of like
Merged.
merged.
Yeah.
Or well, one scene that I kind of split because like two things happened in the one scene.
Going forward, what are you thinking next episode's gonna bring us?
Next episode.
Because this one was fairly low on the action.
It was low on action. Next episode may
It'd be like the mid-season finale.
mid-season finale. Yeah,
We should-
it may be a battle at the
Riverlands. Or
Oh,
but
somewhere.
I was
like
thinking-
between like Cole and Damon, because the one chick did say that he was gonna die there.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So Damon's probably gonna die at Harrenhal,
Or they'll tease it.
or they'll tease it.
Yeah.
Tyrion Lannister style.
To figure out on not to, next week's episode, the week after's, you know?
Yeah. But, so, sorry, Dad, Damon's gonna die.
You think, Aegon and I should bring his dragon up there or just go out and get drunk every day?
Well,
I don't think,
I don't
he has
think
the
he's
balls
going
to
to
do it.
yet.
Yeah.
But if I remember correctly, there are dragons in, like, the Dance of the Dragons.
Fighting.
Because, like, that's the reason all of the dragons started dying out, is
Right.
because of this.
Of this, yeah.
Because, a lot of them died, and they had very few eggs, and they kept getting smaller and smaller and smaller, until, like, the oldest ones were, like, the size of cats, and they all
Right.
just kind of died out.
Oh.
So, like, they're gonna come in eventually.
You think it's gonna be this early?
I don't
Probably
know if it's
not
gonna
all
be this
of them,
early.
no.
It might be
I
like
don't know how
an
many
end
seasons this is supposed
yeah.
to be.
Yeah.
It might be
I don't know
an
if
end of this season development.
Perhaps.
Like in episode 8, the dragons go to war.
Perhaps.
But I don't
like
think
your
it's gonna be
theory, though.
yet.
Yeah. No, I think it'd be
It's
way
too
too early.
Way too
Especially
early.
when we're just in, what, season 2?
Season 2,
Yeah.
yeah.
And even like, Larry is trying to stop the dragons from
Yeah.
going out. Because he's like, hey,
Hey, hold your
The
horses.
smartest
here-
people are trying to keep the dragons out of it.
Yeah, for obvious reasons.
Mhm.
But
Some
yeah.
people are just bloodthirsty, I suppose.
Yeah.
Well, alrighty.
Alrighty.
Want to close it for the week?
Yeah.
Alright, another good episode.
Heck yeah.
Looking forward to next week.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We might be on time again next week.
Woo!
Yeah. I might get out of work early. I'm
we,
not
we might not be able to watch it till 10ish, but
Yeah.
that's
Well-
we're real close to like on time.
Yeah.
Well, the restaurant closes at 10, and I'm
Right.
first out.
So
So hopefully it'll be out by around 8:30 or 9.
then we'd be right on time.
Then
Yeah.
I'll be right on time.
Hopefully. We'll pray.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright then.
All right.
Well, till next week. We will
Bye.
see you later.
Adios.